This is a continuation tutorial for that property management system using Spring Boot, and as a front end I am using the Angular application. So there is actually multiple functionalities it's available over here, so I am going to cover all the things gradually, not in a single tutorial but in a gradually, like in a kind of segment. I am going to cover all the functionalities. So previously, I've covered lot of features like for adding, updating, and also displaying those features, how you're going to add the image, how you're going to upload the images for property, all the information. So now I'm going to explain that how we can, if suppose like admin add those features, like admin can do the adding the properties into the systems, they can view the list of properties, so all those things can be they can do. But we can add one more feature like analytics kind of thing, like maybe if someone asks like in a day or maybe in a year or maybe in a certain time how many properties are added, or maybe how many properties are booked in a day or in a year or in a month or in a quarterly. So those kind of analytics we can add into the dashboard. Means once user is logged in, like admin is logged in into the system, after that we are going to fetch the information from the dashboard from the backend, based on the from the database. Like we need to write some one API which will take care all those things, like for count wise, like maybe in last till now how many properties are added, till now how many properties are booked, how many properties are available. So those kind of analytics we need to add over here, where we are going to display those properties, display those functionalities. Like once admins logged in successfully into the system, then currently if you see that in a dashboard we are showing nothing, like this is only showing into the dashboard. But instead of that we can display those analytics kind of data into the dashboard. So with that admin can easily understand, easily can get the analytics kind of details in the dashboard. So that feature I'm going to cover today. Okay, so without further ado, let's create the overall the applications for this, cover these features. So as I said, first of all, what we need to cover, we need to create one backend API which will give us all the data related to the analytics kind of thing, right? So I think you remember, or already this code is available into the GitHub, you can check out this code from over there. So over there is one login controller. So there actually this API is getting executed once they are login is successful, then this API basically getting executed. So currently if you see that this is returning only this response string, but instead of that what response we need to return to the user, like we need to return some other informations, including like total property, total available property, means which are available to booked, or to how many booked property is there. Then also like we can add some more information to it, like latest added property into the system or latest booked property into the system. So these are the properties we are going to add over here. So let me add those fields over here. So if you see that, so we have added this total property. Next, this will be the total available property, total booked property, latest added. So means for each field we need to write one SQL in the backend, and then we need to add those details over here. Okay, so this is the response we have added. Now over here, let me stop this one. Here we need to create one service. Let's say it's a dashboard service. So let me copy this property service. Okay, I'm copying this property service over here, and I'm going to rename to it dashboard service. Okay, I'm renaming it with the dashboard service. Okay, so here I'm going to create one method in the dashboard service. I don't need all these things over here, only this get all property we need. Other than this we don't need any other things. Okay, So here I'm going to create one method over here. Let's say get dashboard data. Okay, and here if you see that I'm setting the information over here like this success, then latest added property. Internally it will call this get all property, which will fetch all the data. Next, latest booked property. Then let's say we are keeping the hard coded over here, that total available property. So here if you means we need to open the database actually. Okay, so let me open this database. So here actually we can defining this one like this total property, or here there is one fields actually is booked or not. There is yeah. So currently it is null, means all are available. Okay, so here we can like we need to write the custom queries for that. So I'm not going to write those queries. You guys can try to write those queries and let me know that if you are facing any issues or not. So this actually just simply find all the details from the database and set the count over here. Okay, set the list over here, and this will return the count. Okay, and these are the like physically just we are keeping the hard coded over here. That's the booked property and total available property. Okay, and total property, let me keep it as 1 and 1. Okay, 1 and 1, and this particular method basically we need to call from over here. So instead of setting the directly response over here, we just need to login service, or okay, we need to add another service actually, the new service. So AutoAware, we need to use this AutoAware private dashboard service. Okay, using this service we need to call that particular method, and if you see, notice that we are not using any kind of parameter over here. So using this service we are going to call this get dashboard data. It will return dashboard response. Okay, so it will be private over here. Okay, so this is like backend wise we are good now. We just need to start this application, and it will return, now it will return this all the information, and those are actually are means you guys can try to like write the custom logic like what are the total available property, total booked property based on this parameter. Okay, is booked. So based on this we need to write the custom property. Okay, means while you guys are trying to write this query and trying to fetch the details, if you guys facing any issue, do let me know in the comment section. I will try to help you out definitely. Okay, so now backend wise we are good, and the application also got started. Now from the Angular side we need to like create those things. So first of all we need to over here we need to write one model class over here. Let's say dashboard response, right? And we need to basically write this under this models. So let me create this one over here. So once we have created, then this response will be something like this: response, total property, available property, booked, added, and this one. So here integration service, instead of this we are going to use this dashboard response, not this component, dashboard response. Okay, and also here we need to use this one, and this service already integrated over here, but instead of that what we are going to do now, we are just inside of the dashboard component, basically dashboard typescript file, we are going to write all the things. Okay, here, not here, in the dashboard here. So here basically we are going to write all the things. So first of all we need to defining one response fields over here, dashboard response, where actually we need to set all the details. Next we are going to create one constructor where basically we need to inject that integration service. This integration service we need to inject. Okay, after that we need to create one method which will basically call that particular service, and then means if you see that load dashboard data integration service, it will call the dashboard method, and after that this response we are setting over here, and this load dashboard data basically we are going to call from the once this module is loaded, like ng on it. Okay, so while this ng on it is happening, then we are calling this particular method. Okay, now we need to designing this HTML page, because currently it's having only this dashboard works. So instead of that, we need to defining all the module over here. So first of all, let me add this container div. Okay, this is the container div. Okay, like here we need to keeping all the placeholders. Okay, so this is the container div. Then we are going to add this total property widget. Okay, so let me add this one. So this is the total widget actually. First of all, we are going to add this total property widget over here. If you see that whatever the response we are setting over here, and from there we are going to keeping this total property, that means it is coming from the response. Next we are going to add this total available widget, total available property. Okay, so this is also similar kind of that. So here we are going to keeping this total response dot, instead of this. Okay, so total available means we are going to use this response total available property. This field we need to use over here, total available property. Okay, next we are going to add this total booked property. Okay, total booked property we are going to add over here. Let me format it. Okay, so total booked property, here we are going to keeping this we need to use another property, booked property. This is the total booked property. Okay, okay, now we need to add that latest added property and latest booked property, right? These two properties we need to add. So how we are going to add this? Let me add this. This is latest added property basically. If you see latest added property, this is over here, like latest added property, and we are going to iterate this using the for loop, and we are seeing the data over here. This is the latest added property, and next we are going to add this latest booked property, right? Latest booked property. So latest booked property, this is similar kind of these things. Latest booked property, this is over here, and whatever the list data we are receiving, we are iterating through this for and adding data in a list. So this is the thing that what we have done over here. First of all, we have changed the response to dashboard response. Then particular service we need to call in the onInt method, in the TypeScript method of the dashboard service component. We have used this integration service, and then we are calling this dashboard service from over here, and after that we are going to use this response and then setting to over here, and accordingly we have designed the HTML over here for setting up those data. Now here we need to start this application so that we can check from the browser that everything looks okay or is there any issues, right? So let it start actually. Then we are going to see like how it is look like. Okay, looks like here we need to add another div format. Okay, now it is fine. Once it will be built, okay, then from the browser we need to check that here. So here first of all we need to do the login, right? See, based on the username and password, then we will see that how it is look like. So we did the login. Looks like some issues is happening over here. 403. Okay, error received. Okay, let's see. Do login 403. Okay, let us see that what is happening over here. Okay, looks like I did the wrong password. Okay, so if you see that dashboard is now it's coming something like that, right? So here we have added these three block. One is the total property, this is the total property, and these are the currently it's a hard code, correct? So 1 and 1. So what we have done over here, like we have created means we have redesigned this dashboard one, means once the user is logged in into the system, then initially they have landed into over here, right? So over here we have added this like kind of analytics kind of details. So this is the total property, and for this total property, if you see that we have used this get total properties, right? Sorry, this total property means property the dot count, means whatever the total number of details in a particular table, so that count actually is showing over there. And for this total available, it's a hard coded set. This is a kind of, you guys can try to get the details. You just need to write to custom queries and get the data based on the booked or not. Okay, so this is kind of, you guys can try. If you are facing any issues, then I will try to resolve those things. And this is the latest added property and book property. For this also you guys can try this one. So after setting up the response, we are calling this particular method and receiving this response. How we are receiving this response? We are just receiving the response from over here. Okay, this is the response, this we are receiving and setting up over here, and those data are we are displaying here. This response is total property, total available property, total booked property, and here these are the list. So that's why we are iterating using the for loop and displaying the details over here. So here basically showing only the title. Here also similar kind of thing. Instead of title, we can also display some other more informations over here. So those I am not added over here, but this is the thing that how we are going to designing this analytics kind of page, and we can display into the admin dashboard, right? So this is the kind of things that I'm going to cover today's tutorial. In next tutorial I'm going to cover that different types of menus for based on the user and the admin, and like if the user is logged in, then user can get like all the properties, all the available properties in a flex mode, and then user can book the property from there. So this is all actually about this one, that how we are going to display analytics data for this property management system. If you guys have any issues, please do let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Please press the bell icon for further notification. Thanks for your time. See you in my next videos. Bye bye.